On Running is known for making lightweight and good looking shoes that a lot of people love, but I haven't really fallen in love with any of those that I've tried. Now this is a different story because this is the On CloudUltra. Now, are these just fancy looks? I've tested the shoe for the last 2 weeks in the hardest, most cruel way possible to check out what this shoe can really do. And even though I found some faults, I'm pretty stoked about how well this performs at almost anything. Let's go into the really good part first. This is the fit, and it's one of the best shoes I've had on this year. It's a little bit tight in the midfoot, and then it has an adaptable fit in the front. More on that later. First, the upper. The upper is divided into two, so it has a mesh upper and a sockline inner. So you slip in, and it just sticks, and it's nice to have on. It's actually also really nice if you go into a river or anything. I've had so many river crossings the last couple of weeks, like almost up to here. Don't have footage of it though. But here's a footage of me standing in a river to prove. Yeah. Now remember to push that like button and subscribe to see our latest videos. Anyways, back to the upper. The heel itself is kind of thinly padded, and it was kind of a rough time getting into this shoe for me, but once I got it really adapted after 3 to 4 runs and in running in mud and getting it super wet, it adapted to my foot, and now I can use whatever sock I want to. I don't have to use the thicker sock that I had to use in the beginning. One of the really cool things about this shoe is the lacing system, and specifically that thing in the front in the lacing system right here. It's a flip release switch. So if you want a shoe that can be adaptable, this is a really good thing because it's made for ultra runners that run long and gets wider feet while they run. You can actually just flip a switch and get a wider fit. So right now it's on the widest setting, and I can flip it to the narrowest setting. And that's what I've been doing. I've been running a lot in the mountains with a lot of hills, and when I get to a top and want to go downhill, I actually want it to be tighter. So instead of tightening it on the tightest, most possible setting, I tighten it on the widest. So when I get to the top, I can just flip the switch and get a more firm shoe on the way down. So I'm really happy about this ultra feature that actually makes the shoe more versatile. So overall, the shoe is really nice on. If you like a little bit more padding in the heel, a little bit more plushness around the ankle, then this might not be a fit for you. Or if you have really high arches or a wide foot, then it might be a little bit tight around the midfoot. Now let's go over to the midsole and what that one can do. It has that Cloudtec technology, those holes, the Helion Superfoam. It can do almost anything. And those who know me know that I'm not really buying into that soft shoe trend yet. I like a little bit of a firmer ride so I can do more things, especially in the trail segment. And with this midsole, this shoe can run on asphalt, forest trails, in mud. It's not super soft. And I think a lot of people, when they buy On shoes, will think that it's super soft. It's a little bit firmer, and you get a really nice and smooth ride when you run in this shoe. So the midsole for me is super versatile, especially for trail running. If you want to go a little bit faster, you can easily do that. But if you want to go long and feel comfortable, then it's still really nice. And now to the bad thing. It's not super bad, but I didn't really love the grip of this shoe, and specifically the grip on hard rocks. And wet rocks was even worse. I think the rubber underneath is a little bit too firm, so when you get on rocks, it's just a little bit too slippery. But don't get me wrong though, I actually love the grip, but not on rock. If you get away from the rock on forest trails or softer ground in general, then it really works. And sometimes I've stopped, looked back up the hill and thought, could I really run that fast down that hill? That's pretty good, shoe. That's pretty good, Lars. So it's actually working really nice despite not having deep lugs underneath. but you might want to stay away from hard and wet rocks. And if you want a really good mud shoe, then maybe go elsewhere as well, because the lugs aren't that deep. But now that the bad thing is out of the way, this shoe really makes me smile when I'm running trail, and that's what good trail shoes are for. It's to make you smile, and I've smiled a lot in this one. I'm Lars from Running Expert, and I hope to see you again soon.